In a time facing the pressures of global competition, in one arena, the United States of America still reigns supreme, feeding the world. And in large parts of America's heartland, corn is king. Now, with an ever-growing population and declining prices for their crop, farmers are forced to do more with less, or go bust. Every year, America's corn farmers do battle, not just against unfavorable markets, mechanical challenges, and Mother Nature herself, but they engage in a contest against each other to see who can grow the most corn per acre. This is Corn Wars.
Okay, I think we're ready to move. Now nothing works.
Corn Wars, so we'll be duking it out. That's right. So we're kind of down until we figure out what's going on here.
I guess it's what you say, it's in your blood.
Kind of reality check.
Color floods the Indiana sky as an unusually mild Midwest winter gives way to an early 2017 planting season.
We live in DuBois, a little town there. I think it was established in 1885. Been here my whole life. Grandfather and his dad been farming, so I guess I'm a fifth generation farmer here. Just a quiet farming community. Poultry is really the king around here. A lot of chickens, a lot of turkeys. You see we got nice, gentle, rolling hills. It's a small town, but good community. Great place to live.
Kevin is eager to get an early start on this year's corn crop.
I'm really competitive my whole life. I'll tell you, when we first entered in the contest, we had 3 or 4 years there, we couldn't hit 300 bushel. And then we finally hit 300 bushel, and 2 or 3 years till we hit 350. Then I kind of thought it was easy. And actually we went almost 375 there. Now the last 3 years, we've not been able to achieve them yields that we had like in 13. And I blame a lot of it on our weather. You know, like last year we had a really good shot at it, but it was just no sunlight. You know, we had like 30% less solar radiation is what our normal year is. And then plus the high temperatures, so with us being non-irrigated, you know, we can't really finagle with the weather. It's kind of how it is. You know, I hate getting beat. We're gonna win Corn Wars, how about that? Maybe if David don't enter.
With new life dawns new hope. And for one Indiana farmer, that hope is that a goal that has been eluding him for the better part of a decade may finally be in his grasp.
We're just mixing this up because this does take a little bit of time to put all this needed ingredients to grow corn. I'm putting insecticide in. He's putting in Vine-Terra, and what a lot of people don't realize is, you know, to grow good corn, it's just impossible, or we've not found a way to just go out there and plant. You know, the corn needs assistance and humic and fulvic acids, sugars, anything to try to help boost that plant on the start.
He's hopeful that this year's crop will be the one that brings him the non-irrigated corn world record.
I got soaked. Parker Schnabel ain't got nothing on us. The elite promised land of 400 bushel corn, that's kind of what we've been striving for, and been close, but just haven't quite made that yet. Hey, you look here, there's a lot of pouring that went on today. We're gonna go down and just see if it is airing off any down there in the river bottom. But see, hell, it's wet here, yep. So actually what we do, you can see how it's kind of airing off there. In a few spots there. But all day sunshine today, I'd say tomorrow this will go. We can be planting all this tomorrow. And this right here, we'll have 5 contest entries in here.
It looks like some of the tile runs are starting to dry out up on that upper end. Or
Oh, down
Yeah.
down there. How fell warm that ground is.
yeah.
This will go tomorrow.
Yeah, it's warm down about 2 inches.
The neat thing is, you know, we don't have the black soil, but just from being dark from the rain, moisture, that ground is warmed up. Since that rain, it is warmer than what the dry ground or the aired off ground is, just from being darker, full more sunlight, heat units. So this is the field we'll talk about a little bit. The river has always been out the last 4 or 5 years that we can't plant early. You gotta be able to plant early. I mean, that's key. You gotta catch as much sunlight during grain fill as you can. When we can plant this ground early, this ground has always been about 30 to 40 bushel better than that ground out there. Maybe this is the field to hit 400, I don't know. We're sure the hell gonna try. We have a shot if that river right there stays in its banks. This field here can do it, I think. But this will be the first year we've had this field here in a contest, so we'll just see.
Kevin is among a small group of farmers who routinely push Mother Nature to the very limits. And occasionally, she pushes back.
Wait for a phone call to see where he's at.
Kevin is risking everything by deciding to plant early. But the risk is worth the yield.
Well, Corn Wars is about to begin. Take it easy on us, David. Don't beat us too bad. Time to plant corn. In-furrow pump won't pump back.
The pump that moves Kevin's fertilizer from his tank to the rows where he plants his seeds has stopped working. It could have devastating impact on his yields.
So we're kind of down until we figure out what's going on here.
Meanwhile, at King David Hula's farm in Virginia,
We're here at Ringwood Farms. We're located on the banks of the James River. Big historical area, just west of Jamestown, where it all started here in the United States. For years and years, we've been trying to push their yields up. Ringwood Farms, my granddad purchased the farm back in the early 1930s, and I'm currently the third generation farming. We have the fourth generation farming as well. I've been blessed to have the opportunity to farm with my late granddad, currently farming with my dad. Corn wars, so we'll be duking it out. That's right. Ag's kind of different. We're all competing to get good prices, and we try to have more bushels, but we all want everybody to be successful. So it's not like we're wishing bad luck on somebody. But sometimes, unfortunately, it takes somebody's bad luck for everybody else to have a good price. I remember when my granddad talked about picking the first 100 bushel corn, and then when we got into 200 bushel corn, and then we tapped into 300, and we thought that was the limit, and then we've just gone right past that in the last 5-6 years. Yeah, this can be some tough ground. If we don't get rain, it can be kind of tough. This is a fine sandy loam, so and some of this ground has been dug up for sand and gravel and then reclaimed, so it doesn't have its normal water hold capacity. And we're 4 or 5 days from a drought on this type of dirt. So we get a hot spell and we can be burned up. There's a 100-acre field just over there where that house is, and I picked all day, picked that field, and we averaged 4 bushels to the acre. 4. So it can be dry. So we do have some irrigation on this ground, which is much needed, spreads the risk out. And so we've gone from that ground where it only produced 4 bushels, and that was on a dry year. I mean, it was extremely dry, to where we have some irrigated that produces over 400. So it is the same tract of ground. Yeah, so not just water and plant seed, it takes a lot of management to do that. So when I drop the planter down and it gets to where it says it needs to plant, it's going to drop seed. We are ready to go. Hello.
Hey,
Yeah.
you're not adding anything to this pop-up, are you, that I bring you?
I'm just going to take it straight and put it in there for a tank.
Okay.
And,
I just wanted to make sure you weren't adding anything to it.
Yeah, I'd like for you to add enough water to it to make it 5 gallons if you don't have that much product.
I'll let you take care of that.
Yeah. So we're just now getting started planting, but I'm not even in that field yet. So
Okay.
that's right. Yeah. Ascertainment. Well, we can turn it into liquor. We can turn it into gasoline. Turn it into food for sure. And then starches, plastics. And corn's got a lot of uses. Yellow gold. That's right.
fun fact, sweet corn, or the corn we eat at our dinner tables, makes up only 1% of the corn planted in the United States. The rest, known as field corn, is grown for animal feed, the materials industry, and ethanol. Meanwhile, at the Kalb farm in Indiana,
I was messing with the wires here, but were you messing with anything in there?
Kiss my ass.
It runs for about 2 seconds.
Well, it worked when we planted that field over there. It worked, and he come up, changed a pump or something on it, and said it worked. That was yesterday morning. He said he's got something with the bank or something. Then he'll be down.
It run for about a second or two and quit.
Everything's on the service truck.
He said, take a picture of the specs of the pump and send it to me.
Right there. Yeah, Dennis, this is Kevin Cobb. You guys have Everflow little electric pumps for like starter fertilizer in furrow? Some is completely packed full. I'm wondering if that's it. I don't think it's the machine's fault. I don't think it's the product's fault. I just think it's a little thick. Now, if we'd be running higher fertilizer rate, I think we'd be good to go. Jonathan, you want to take that filter off? Unbelievable. Always something, ain't it?
They're gonna hit it win.
Yeah, it's done that 2 or 3 times now. I got my starter already in furrow, already mixed. Well, I'll tell you what, this has been a shitty day. We come and expect this the first day of really trying to start planting. You know, it's dealing with the in furrow and the 2x2 problems. You know, there's sometimes you sit there and you wonder to yourself, is it worth it? But, you know, we see the yields that we do. You just have to grin and bear it and live with it. Because there ain't, I mean, the money that you make. Stuff in my planner. So everything we do, we gotta adjust manually. So, as you're in water in the field. What the hell? What else can go wrong? We're gonna run it till it dies.
We all enjoy doing this, but it's a business. You have to be profitable at it in some capacity. When I went to North Carolina State, the professor oftentimes said, don't start planting corn till the dogwoods are blooming. People say farmers work hard. We don't work physically hard like I did as a kid or my dad or granddad, but we put a lot more hours in just because of the conveniences of planting later in the evening, because all the gauges are kind of monitoring what's going on. You're going to get a curveball, so we deal with it, but you know, what good is it do to get mad? It gives you high blood pressure. We as producers got to feed the people, and you know, we just need to get more bushels. A lot of hard work to achieve some higher yields, but as we push our yields up in some of these yield contests or some plots, we learn stuff from that, and then we start incorporating that into our overall production.
Lower corn prices have forced growers like David to improve his efficiencies and grow more bushels per acre, or be forced to give up his family farm to someone who can.
We have identified several things that are critical, and the first being that of even emergence. When you can get the corn off to a good even stand, and not only just placement, but also emergence, that seems to give us our best opportunity to start off with a good foundation. Then we just have to focus on plant health. I've heard other people say the best thing you can see in your field is your shadow. So that means you're out there trying to do something and you're trying to fix whatever problems you do have. It's a lifetime fulfillment and enjoyment to be here at Wrenwood Farm.
In 2015 at Wrenwood Farms, Virginia, David Hula set the corn yield world record at just over 532 bushels per acre. That same year, the average American corn farmer had a yield of 168.4 bushels per acre. Meanwhile, at the Kalb Farm in Indiana,
I guess I was 20 years old. I had my dad's old 1468 started out with, and paid $500 for my first corn planter, 6-row International 900. I lost my dad when I was 14. Everything I ever tried to do growing up was to make him proud. When he passed away, I'd always keep on thinking anything about watching. I better do as best as I can. Without any help, this is basically what we've grown into. So I'm kind of proud of what we've achieved 20-something years. Some of them. I got one row acting goofy. This is not a good field to be doing this for the contest, with that being retarded like that. My problem is I looked at it twice, I don't know what it is.
he makes the tough call to continue on despite the risks. He needs to get the corn in the ground, but now the machines are fighting back.
What in the hell is going on here? Planted 2 test plots today and had a little trouble, which we're starting out. This is basically our first day, what I would call planting. In-furrow problems and 2x2 problems, but now I think everything's working out good. We're planning one of our NCGA entries as we speak right now. Hopefully it's going to do good for the corn wars. David, I'm coming for you. No, but seriously, so yeah, it's a lot of trouble today, but typical first day of planting, I guess you'd say. So we'll probably run most of the night tonight. I think calling for rain this weekend. Truthfully, the most important thing is Mother Nature. I mean, you know, the 2-3 inch rains don't kill us. It's the 4, 5, 6 inch rains that really can wipe us out with the river bottoms. And if I could control the weather, I probably wouldn't be farming. Or if I could, I could give the king a run for his money here. You know, there's a lot of farmers just like me that, you know, we get a dry weather pattern there, like us, they're calling for rain 2 or 3 days, so, you know, we like burning the midnight oil there, try to get as much done as we can, because you don't have a whole lot of window time, you know, in between the rains to get your crop planted, so you better work into the night, a lot of late nights. So we're going to fill up, move to the next field dip.
Next time on Corn Wars.
Water is swallowing streets, railroad tracks, vehicles, and buildings.
We had 10 inches in 8 hours.
Just flat out suck, fellas. That's all I can say.
All the cuss words, just all of them all at once. One or two little things can make a big difference when you're doing what we're trying to do. Then I finished this field and started the one we're going to be in this morning.
How can everything work before it's time to go? And then when it's time to go, everything goes to man. Several 48-hour days in my career, and those kind of suck after a while. Bet if we shut the cameras off, it'll work.
I guess it's what you say, it's in your blood. It's really competition against myself. You know, I want to see how good I can be, or what's the best I can produce on this ground up here. 4 hours later, I come out with this.